Hi, I'm Ozzy Hull. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This video shows you how to create a ratchet effect on the Behringer System 55 using the 960 sequencer and a 921 oscillator in LFO mode. First, what is a ratchet effect? Ratcheting is named after the ratchet percussion instrument. This instrument plays a number of notes of the same pitch in rapid succession. In electronic music, this sound was made famous by Tangerine Dream on the title track of their 1976 album Stratosfear. It starts at about the 3-minute mark. To demonstrate the ratchet effect, we're going to start with a basic 8-step sequence on the System 55. We're using the 960 sequencer, driving a simple voice in the upper left area of the System 55. The audio delay effect is an essential part of the Berlin School sound. For now, to keep things simple, I'm not using any effects. The system is clocked by the internal oscillator on the 960 sequencer. The oscillator out of the 960 connects to the 961 interface, which converts the 960's V trigger to an S trigger for the two envelope generators. We're going to insert the 921 oscillator between the two modules. This will become the new source of our V trigger into the 961 interface. We're going to use the third row of the 960 to control the speed of the 921 oscillator. By increasing the frequency of the 921, we'll create additional triggers. This will create multiple notes within the space of a single step of the 960. Note that you could also change the 921 frequency from any voltage source, such as a keyboard, a sample and hold, or another LFO. That's the theory. Now let's patch it up. To sync the 921 oscillator to the 960 clock, we first have to patch the oscillator out into the V-trig input of the 921. This will reset the oscillator at every clock pulse, i.e. every step. You'll have to ensure that the 921 range is set so that the frequency is very close to the 960 oscillator frequency. We may need to adjust the clamping point for this to work correctly. We'll listen to the sequence as we patch. We'll take the 960 oscillator out and patch it into the V-trig input of the 921. Next, we'll have to take the square wave out of the aux out and route it to the V-trigger input. So there's the square wave out, and we'll patch it back into that 961 where we took out the oscillator out from the 960. We'll have to use the aux out to get a high enough signal level to drive the 961 interface. In fact, I've turned that level down. We'll turn it up and then we'll hear the sequence. Finally, we'll have to route the voltage output from the third row of the 960 to the 921's frequency control input. Before we restart the sequence, we'll reset all of the individual step CVs to 0, and now let's listen to the sequence. And as we turn up the level, we'll hear it. So now we're ready to try the ratcheting. What we're going to do to introduce the ratchet at any of these steps is to turn up the voltage so that it makes the frequency of this 921 oscillator faster, and then we'll get multiple notes per step. So let's listen, and then we'll engage our level and turn up step 1. So that's how you patch in the 921 oscillator to implement ratcheting. The next problem we're going to address is the fact that when we have this level up enough to trigger, we're constantly hearing this LFO triggering the whole system. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another VCA, and we're going to route the signal through this VCA, signal out into signal in, and then signal out is not going to our mixer. If we open the VCA with the fixed control voltage and we turn this output level up, you can hear that it's going constantly. If we close the VCA, you can't hear it, and that's the effect we want. So we've got to do two things. Number one, we've got to take this trigger, this clock, and we're going to put it into a multiple. And then we're going to take the multiple out, put it back into the V-trig, and we're going to take another output and route that into the second 961 interface. We'll take that S trigger and use it to drive this envelope generator. We'll take the output of this envelope generator and use it to control this VCA. Now what we've got is a VCA that only responds to the original V-trigger coming out of the 960. And we still have our ratcheting going on. And when we stop the clock on the 960, we also shut off the second VCA, and that solves the problem. And we don't have to fill with this aux output level as we stop and start the sequencer. I want to go back to something that I said earlier. I had mentioned that basically what we're getting out of the sequencer on the third row is just a voltage. And we could get that voltage from anywhere. Right now we're getting it from the third row in the sequence, and you can hear the ratcheting. What I'd like to do is, rather than getting that voltage from the sequencer, I want to get the voltage from the keyboard voltage, so we're plugging into the USB to CV converter, and we're going to get the voltage from this keyboard. So we'll start the sequence. And now we're controlling the frequency from the keyboard. So we've patched back in the sequencer row 3 to control the sequence and the ratcheting. So to conclude, what we've done here is to use a sequencer and a 921 oscillator to create ratcheting that's controllable with a control voltage. We've demonstrated that either from a row on the sequencer or from a keyboard or any other voltage source, we can control the number of repeats for each step of the sequence. It can be very musical. Again, this is the technique that Tangerine Dream introduced. I hope this video has been helpful. Please like and subscribe. I will catch you next time.